Today, I will be creating planets orbiting around Betelgeuse. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Comets Gaming. Today, we will be adding planets orbiting around Betelgeuse. I don't know how many planets we're going to add. It depends on how many I think of. We could do maybe a few planets, maybe 4, 5, 6, or 7, maybe even 10 planets. I don't know what we're going to be doing today. But this is actually my second video out of the first one where we talked about the fact that Betelgeuse might actually have a stellar companion orbiting around it. Today we will be creating maybe a few planets orbiting around Betelgeuse, maybe more, I don't know. But first, we have to get inspiration from, well, as you can see, maybe Space Engine. Let's go to Space Engine and find out. So, you guys might be wondering, well, why am I in the Space Engine? Well, as you can see, well, that is Betelgeuse right there, and you might see that there is a planet right there. Well, you guys can't see it because, well, I have face cam, but, let's look at it. So, I turned off face cam. You guys might see that there's a planet right there named Betelgeuse-1. Well, that's because there are planets orbiting around Betelgeuse, at least in the game. So, if we go into Betelgeuse, which, well, we're going way too fast, we're gonna zoom in and look at some planets. So, this is the mighty star of Betelgeuse. It's a red luminous supergiant, about 1,000 times brighter. Whoa, what am I doing? Yeah, this view is magnificent. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, the jagged mountains on Minmus in Kerbal Space Program. And because this star is pretty large, it barely has any gravity, only like 1/1000th of a G, and it's not even completely circular. But in this game, Space Engine procedurally generates 7 planets, as you can see. So right here, well, I mean, look at this planet. I don't think Space Engine can even procedurally generate it. But look at that view, guys. Like, wouldn't you want to, like, well, you guys wouldn't because, well, this planet is too close to Betelgeuse. But imagine waking up one morning and you see this outside your window. Like, guys, just look at this. Like, that's insane, right? And after a few more minutes of inspiration, I was finally ready. Alright, guys, so as you can see, we are finally back in Universe Sandbox. So, let's start creating, well, our systems. According to Space Engine, we got some really close planets to the sun. Like, we got even one that was, like, just cringing the surface of, like, Betelgeuse. Like, look at that. That is absolutely terrifying and amazing at the same time. So, I don't know, let's get a rocky planet. And we're gonna put it, like, maybe this close to the sun. And, you know, I want this planet. How about let's give it an elliptical orbit, because Betelgeuse is sort of flinging it off into deep space. Let's make the semi-major axis a bit higher so that we don't crash the planet into the surface. We're gonna make the eccentricity, like, how about 0.4? That's pretty good. Okay, so I want it tilted by 13 degrees. This planet named Celebi, yeah, that's what it's called. It basically gets really close to Betelgeuse and then flings out a bit farther. So I'm gonna name this Betelgeuse-B. Let me know, guys, if you actually want a real name for this planet. I would love to hear what you guys suggest. Oh, that is a perfect place for a hellish world. And it doesn't have an atmosphere because it's way too close. So we're gonna make the orbit, I don't know, red. So that is the first planet. I might also be adding extra solar comets. So then we have another planet. So this is gonna be, you know, a bit farther than the one that, you know, is burning as hot as heck. I'm naming the letters, like, in order from closest to farthest. This planet, I think I'm gonna put it at around, like, 1,000 degrees. The radius, I don't really care about. I mean, it's the size of Earth. I'm gonna give it an atmosphere, because why not? It's pretty cool. There we go. So now it won't have clouds because it should have clouds because this planet is so hot that it can actually make clouds. So I'm going to make the clouds red because, you know, the clouds are pouring down like lava and such. I know. And then the atmosphere, I want to make it like a purplish color because that's actually like a pretty cool color. And everyone that does a hellish planet always does red, but who would want to do red for this one? Let's do something a bit different. And yes, there is a glow, and that is how close the planet is to the star. Let's give this planet, you know, a purple orbit, because why not? It's pretty cool. Alright, now it's time for a gas giant. So, like in the solar system that we just reviewed in Space Engine, the Betelgeuse solar system. So in Space Engine, we had like a gas giant that was as hot as heck. It was really hot. So I'm going to create our own in the system. Let's make it a yellow orbit. That's a great color for probably a gas giant that is extremely hot. So the bands, that's what we have to change. So we're going to make this planet mostly yellow, I'd say. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to give this layer a yellowish tint. How about let's give one a red layer? Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, because maybe there's like a storm. Also, guys, in this system, I want to end up creating an Earth-like planet. Yeah, or a planet with life. Oh, and as you can see, this gas giant has weird night cycles because that light is from Betelgeuse B, and that light, well, obviously is from the main star. So I'm gonna make a farther planet. It's gonna be circumbinary, so that's gonna be pretty cool after all, or overall. Yeah, actually no, let's make it 13,000 kilometers. 12 times the mass of Earth. Very big. And this planet, I don't know, guys. What should this planet have? You know what? I'm gonna make it. How about let's do a water atmosphere? Oh no. No, we are not doing that, okay? Whoa, that's a pretty cool color. So this planet, you know what? I have an idea. Let's make this an ocean world. How about we do that? But this time it's gonna have like, well, a lot of water in its atmosphere, so that's actually gonna cause a black atmosphere. You know, every single planet in this mod has to be unique in some way. So this planet is actually gonna have, well, you know, I'm gonna make it have a black orbit because it's a more of like a boring planet. I'm gonna make it have black oceans. And then I don't know what to do with the land. How about let's make the land maybe, I don't know, we're gonna make it really dark. And then I think that's actually pretty good. So that is the entire planet. And I'm thinking whether it should actually have exotic life or not. Guys, let me know in the comments if this planet should have exotic life and what names all these planets should be given, because, well, you guys should give me some great names. Yeah, so today was an awesome video, and in the next episode, I will be finally completing the entire Betelgeuse system. So guys, stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and guys, I will see you next time, and goodbye.